Hey, this is Rama from Creations Landscape Designs with Friendly Landscapes. So I went to my friend Cheryl's garden earlier today to make a video of her garden, which is a mixture of California friendly, California native, drought tolerant plants. Unfortunately, the intro of the video, me in front of the camera, got lost somewhere in outer space. I have no clue what happened. So I made a coffee shop parking lot making this intro video. So before I show you her garden, I wanted to let you know that I make videos about sustainable landscapes, drought tolerant, California native, California friendly landscapes. And if you'd like to get more content in your feed, click the red subscribe button. I also do residential landscape design, so if you are in the need of a landscape designer, then feel free to contact me. I'm offering currently complimentary design consultations anywhere within Orange County, San Diego, Long Beach, LA, etc. So without further ado, here's Cheryl's garden. So my friend has a varying mixture of plants. Her garden is not all California native. She does have some California friendly plants in her garden. Here she's got some autumn sage here. This purple flowering plant I just can't recall the name of, but there it is. Of course, she's got various cars and whatnot. Now mind you, she has probably over an acre of landscape. I won't take you to the back because there's not much to see back there other than chickens and bunnies and a horse. And so this is part of her front yard, part of the driveway. These are actually red buds. And when they're in bloom, they look really gorgeous. They even look gorgeous now. She's had them for a few years, I believe. So this is part of the house. I believe this is an Artemisia, if I can recall correctly. There's another autumn sage next to a lavender. I'll go around and show you that in a second. There's, I believe that's a bee's bliss sage, a very low growing sage. So this is the front walk. Takes you to the front of the house. But so she's got this, I want to say it's a bee's bliss sage. Then she's got these autumn sages. And then there's a lavender. So she's kind of got a mixture of different plant material. And of course, that back there next to another, some sort of Cleveland sage, is the hot lips sage. It's absolutely gorgeous. This garden is mostly sages and lavenders and some artemisia and whatnot. This looks like Nichols prostate chemise here, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. This is definitely a Cleveland sage right here, or some variation thereof. Now this looks like the white sage, Salvia apiana, if I recall. And then in the center here, she's got this, what could be a fountain, I suppose. But she's planted it with succulents, which is kind of cool. And then this is just a DG path that goes through here. She's got some grasses. The one issue she's had in her garden are rabbits. But when you got chickens and a horse and various other wildlife, you're bound to have rabbits. But I really like this garden. What I like about this garden is she did all of the work herself. I think it was both her and her husband that cumulatively did all the install work, so that's kind of interesting. And one issue that she did have in the past, this happened, I want to say, somewhere in 2016 or end of 2015, the street flooded which unfortunately flooded her front yard. So there are some bare spots that have to be kind of replanted with some stuff, but you know, I think with a good coat of mulch this will be just fine. But I still really like the garden. I think it looks really nice and beautiful, and it's definitely the kind of garden where you can tell the homeowner actually spends time in the garden. This Hot Lips sage is beautiful. So this is another somewhat California native, California friendly. I'd say it's probably a mixture of 50-50 California native, California friendly plants. And again, when you're redoing your landscape, you don't necessarily have to go all California native. You can do a mixture. It just depends on what suits your fancy best. If you want all California native, go all California native. If you want all California friendly or all edible or all succulent, do whatever suits your fancy. There's lots of plants in either of those categories that are highly drought tolerant. And so there it is. Another sustainable garden in Orange County.